My intentions today are quite simple. It's reacquainting myself with how to do some basics like heave to and furl a sail and reef a sail and all that kind of stuff, and possibly anchoring off a beach. I really think I've forgotten a huge amount. So I'm going to sail over to Mount Edgecombe, which is up ahead of me, and we'll just sail a little bit up the Tamar because my wife's over there on a walk, so we can wave to her. Hiya, morning. It's great to be out on the water. And then we're going to come back into the Sound, and we're going to do a little bit of reefing probably, see how we get on, and I might sail across to Core Sand, but it's just a general day out. And because the tide is coming in, it's high tide at 4 o'clock, I might take a potter up the River Plym, which I haven't been up before. It's quite restricted in the cat down, but I might take a little sail and explore up there. So it's just lovely to be back out on the water in the first time in what I think is probably almost a year and a half.
After a prolonged absence, it's easy to forget the basics. Like remembering to haul the mainsail halyard from the foot of the mast. It makes sail hoisting so much easier. Or remembering which colour-coded piece of string does what on the boat. And where it's best to place GoPro cameras so that the main sheets don't flap across them. And as for that dark art of sail trimming, oops, what was it I said about camera positions? I may have forgotten the rules of the road. I think I was meant to go around the stern of him. Oops.
I think I've forgotten how to sail. Now, you know, some of you might say that after 10 years I never knew how to sail in the first place, so there's nothing missing. but this is the first sail in a year, and I think I've forgotten what to do. I'm hoping it's going to come back over the next few hours, but anyway, it's the first sail of the year. It's the first sail since January last year, I think, possibly one I did, and we're out today on a shakedown cruise on the wonderful, gorgeous Plymouth Sound. It's nice breezes today, so about force 3, up to about 10-12 knots, so I guess about force 3 I think. And the winds are from the south-southwest, and then they're going around to the south-southeast. So it's a great day basically for just doing nice reaches backwards and forwards across Plymouth Sound. We're just coming up on Drake's Island over there, and I just swing around at the starboard. That's Mill Bay Docks over there. Normally that's where Brittany Ferries sails to Roscoff, but over the COVID crisis they have suspended their sailing. Not sure when it's going to come back. And up ahead of us is the entrance to the River Tamar, and I'm just heading over to Barn Pool area, which is that beach directly behind the yacht you can see over in the far distance, and hopefully the boss will be sat there and able to wave as I go by.
I'm going to have to remind myself where the cameras go on the boat. I've really forgotten. It's shambolic.
The four towers you can see there are the bridges. That's the only way through there. So they mark the channel. There's big dragon's teeth to one side, to the left-hand side, which were the old anti-submarine traps. So if you're a boat coming in from the sea, you've got to go between the four posts to mark the channel, otherwise you're going to rip the bottom out of yourself. That's Mount Edgecombe Country Park, and we'll be heading over that way in a few minutes when I've made the next tack. And I think over in the far distance you can just make out the liner barge, one of the very last of the Tamar barges. I think that's her, but I'll have to get up a bit closer to check, but it looks like her. the wind is shifting slightly, but I was hoping we'd get through on a nice reach, but it's a bit fickle around here, so we're going backwards slightly to gain a better angle into the Tamar. The trick is not to lose the wind in the wind shadow of the island. Down we go. We're just trying to get up into the mouth of the Tamar, and it's proving slightly tricky. The winds are spilling off the hills, and between Drake's Island and Mount Edgecombe, they're blowing through that channel, so it's a tad tricky. We'll have to do a fair few tacks just to get up there. The wind has gone around to the southwest, so we're on a close reach at the moment, but I think we're just going to literally, I probably have to put one more tack in rather than pinch. So I'm just heading over towards Devil's Point, and we'll do a big tack back on ourselves, and then on the next run we should be then clear for the channel. Good practice, if nothing else. That there is the artillery tower, little restaurant, and then where the cars are parked is the Devil's Point car park, and those white things were the old World War II attack guns and anti-aircraft guns. Up ahead is one of Palmerston's Fort Follies, to protect the entrance to the Kreml, and then that's the actual country park, that headland there, and around the back of that is Corsan Bay. I think that is the Tamar barge, the liner. She's the last surviving Tamar barge. What a beautiful sight. And we're coming now into the entrance. We're coming into the entrance of the Tamar, so I'm just keeping an eye on the winds here at the moment. They seem to be spilling off the headland. What a beautiful sight that is.
Join us for part 2 next week, when I make a simple, stupid, fundamental error in passage planning. And we visit some of the boats from the Liner Community Interest Company and the Sailing Tiptoner Trust. Why not click subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you'll always know when I produce new videos. Take care out there now, and fair winds and good sailing.